was with someone but never admitted it up until when he was about to get married, and that was so nasty. Telling me coming out here to just talk about life. So can you guess what this is about? This is more like a story time, or more like my advice to my younger self, like my personal experiences dating, and I just want to share. I don't know how you guys are able to take it. So let's just get into it. Magdalene. On this channel, I talk about fashion, I talk about travel, and talk about lifestyle. And I used to do story times like this one. And if it's something you want to be seen on this channel, just let me know in the comment section below. So I'll just be talking about advice I would give to my younger self when I was in my early 20s and my late 20s about dating and what to say and when to run or when to wait. That's basically my own advice to myself, because you girl have seen and I'm not coming here to come and make someone seem like they're bad. I'm just coming here to see, tell myself that if I had known, I should have been wiser, smarter. But I've just known that I'm being used. So let's just advice I'm supposed to give myself is that I should know that I'm the prize. There was this point in time in my life where I was going through a whole lot of hot mess. Life wasn't really going the way I wanted. My dreams, my goals, my aspirations seems impossible. Especially when it comes to adulting. Adulting just comes into your life and all your grandiose dreams just fall face flat. As if you've spent all your younger life dreaming, and when you're not come to adulting, it's as if what you've dreamt of is impossible or is just unreachable. So those struggles were there. It was just from one stress to another. That kind of simple adulting that will cause when your bills are paid, but it takes a huge chunk of your salary. And whenever your salary comes, your anxiety increases. So I was going through a whole lot. But I basically forgot to actually realize that I'm the price when it comes to dating. And that's what one thing I would have advised myself. So that period, I met someone who typically knew, he knew that I actually was an intelligent person and brilliant woman. And he knew that he doesn't want more than just be. Like he wanted friends with benefit, but never spelled it out. He was just sneaky about it, and just allowed, I let him. And that's one thing I would advise myself. When I realize that I am going through stress or I'm going through things, I should just realize that I'm depressed and I could have just stayed single than being in a situationship. I know that's what the Gen Z is calling it now. Then I had no name for it during my era as a millennial. I don't know if I'm speaking for all millennials. This kind of situation is called friends with benefits, where you were just there, you were in a situationship, but like this person was such that I had this feminine instinct to know that okay, this person was with someone, but never admitted it up until when he was about to get married, and that was so nasty. And I allowed it. That's one thing I totally lost myself due to problems, life situations. I just allowed it. And that's one thing when you don't really realize that you yourself, you're the prize, you realize you know that instead of you to, you know, stay single, you want to just do for sometimes we ladies actually do forget ourselves when life happens to us, when we are struggling in life. So we just allow anyone and everyone into our lives. And that's one thing that I want to talk about. That we have to realize that we're the price, we have to set boundaries. It's better to be single than to be in a situationship, as you call it. Every what I'm talking about how situationship is not what it is not meant to be. And there was another scenario that I actually would like to share. I don't know why I'm laughing, but this situationship was so bad. So there are times where you begin to find yourself, right? I go to events where when they talk about finding yourself, being your woman, and all those kind of things. So they talked about how to really be yourself. So I was beginning to find myself. Then I met someone. In this particular situation, I knew I just got out of something nasty, right? the situationship that I allowed because I just allowed it. So I wanted to just, you know, stay away from dating at that moment. I just want to be myself and begin to apply what I learned. But this person actually, you say he actually chased me like a goat on it, and that's one thing. When people actually chase you so furious, especially men. Sometimes you think it is because they want you so bad, that's why they're after you. But other times it's not because they really want you so bad. Maybe at that point they're just enjoying the thrill of having you. They're going to be the next conquest for them. That was what I was for this particular dude. And mind you, my younger self was beginning to get herself. I'm into content creation. I love fashion. I just want to just keep creating. And I talked about it with this dude that okay, I don't want a relationship, but at least we could be friends. And I actually do like taking pictures. I let him into my content creation dream and all that. And he offered to be a photographer. Mind you, you know how it is when it comes to blogging, vlogging, and all that. Then I was not even a YouTuber yet. I was majorly a blogger. So you know what it is when it comes to blogging. You have to be your editor. You have to be the editor. You create the topics. Then you do the photography yourself. Then you begin to do the writing yourself, the everything, even the editing of the pictures. That was just so much to do. You're growing a business, and you have to be the everything. So I know many girls used to joke about the fact that they're everything when it comes to their brand, and I was trying to master it. I even got them this Bluetooth remotes for pictures, so I would just take pictures myself. And I found someone who offered to do it for me for free, you know. And that feeling of this guy said is so good at photography. He gave me some snaps, and I really liked the way he take the angles. I'm like, okay, at least I could make do with a friend. Nothing serious. Let's just be friends, guys. That's one thing about all this. And I was like, okay, let's just be friends. I was more excited about the fact that I'll benefit from the photography skills. Hmm. The way it went, it was such a ride. Led to another. The dude was there and was in the friendship for the photography skills, and we just were there. Then we would not even call what we were into as dating. And that's one thing I would advise my younger self. When you are in a type of friendship, right, you should define the friendship. Many of us just feel like, well, it's just that guy hanging around, or it's that guy that we hang together or just together. But please, 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 it's good for you to actually define the friendship. And if the friendship is beginning to shift from friendship into, getting, how will I put the word, getting to kissing and all that, so just know that you have to actually define it. Are we now an item or we're not an item? I didn't really ask, but I just let it. After all, I'm going to benefit from the pictures. I just felt my younger self back then was literally ambitious and stupid at the same time. Ambitious in the sense that I could see the fact that I don't have to get a photographer or a professional photographer. All I can see is that I get someone that will take good pictures of me, and also bonus, it's going to be for free after we're friends. It's not asking me to pay anything, which I really wish he asked me to pay anything for the actually what actually put my heart through. So after a while, things went south, and it was beginning to feel like I was always in his face, in which I was wondering why. How would someone say that I'm always in their face and they always call me to come over? It's something that I really wish I told my younger self, that when someone keeps saying you're needy and they are the one needing you, I should have known that this person is fucked up in the head. No offense, and I'm going to drop the house. Like, this person is not really okay in the head. This person is a mess, and they're trying to make you a mess too. Because how would you reach out? Then when you have access to me, you ghost me. Then you reach out again, then you ghost me, and it was as if I was the one that was readily available. And you now say that I am very needy, which really did upset me because, mind you, I've already stated from the onset that no, I am not ready for any form of relationship and situationship because I never got off of one situationship. So just wanted to just be me and just be single for as long as it gets. But this dude was not really defining it, but giving me hints of that this may be a relationship. Then would I say I had the shortest undefined relationship with this dude? And one day it came, we had a discussion. I think I was already getting irritable about the fact that it was not defined. And that's one thing, when things are not defined or spelled out clearly, people can make their own assumptions. They can feel, you can take as what you feel. Many of these new generation and some people of my generation and their wokeness is begin to feel upsetting because how would you say your work can do things that will actually hurt you, things that will make you unhappy and allow someone else have control over your life? So this dude wanted to just, don't didn't want to commit to a relationship and didn't want to let me go. Imagine the situation when you begin to feel like, okay, define what we are doing. We ain't friends, we're not dating, then what are we? And you go, you know, let's just go with the flow. Let's have no, we didn't really say an open relationship. It was more like let's just you date other people, I date other people, but you don't sleep with other people. It was nasty AF. I was pissed. And I'm like, hey, mind you, you don't own me, you don't decide what I do. We're not an item, but you trying to tell me that you get to do whatever you just want to do. You date other people, see other people, get laid with any of them, and I get to always come to you when I need to get laid. Like for real, it was just so nasty. I was really pissed. So that was how that ended. So the thing I would have told myself is forget. I should say sometimes the devil entices you with something you really desire. At that point, what I really, really needed was a photographer. I needed someone to take my pictures. I needed someone to go out with me to take pictures in locations. I just wanted to create better content, and I felt like I was not doing a good job, you know, with my Bluetooth remote. But guys, I really wish I had just improved on that because many girls and many babes are really doing so well taking their pictures. I think the first time I saw Alia's face, I will set a picture for you guys. First time I saw her, I saw a video where she talked about how she take her own pictures herself. And if you see how these pictures turned out, I really wished I actually took my time and learned the craft and stop looking at, looking at shortcuts or looking at things that are sugar coated and make it look like it's something good. It's something actually terrible. But I was like, I was not seeing the fact that I was not ready for anything. I was not ready for to be with the opposite sex. I just wanted a photographer. And that's one thing I would have told my younger self, babe, figure these things out. And that's the thing about life. You can actually learn anything you want to learn. And now in my 30s, I've learned that I can learn anything I want to learn. And that's the truth. Recently, I went to just pick up a craft of crochet because I remember I used to do it when I was in secondary school and I picked it up again. And I went on YouTube here and I was able to learn how to crochet. I was able to make a bralette, I was able to make a ruffle hat, which I thought it was impossible, but I learned it on YouTube. And that's one thing I would have done. I could have just taken my time to learn it myself. You can literally learn anything. So it's an advice I'll give myself that my younger self, next time, if I get to live that life again, which I know is not possible, but my younger self, maybe my daughter, I will tell her, don't be helpless, you know. Never find yourself in a situation where you have to be needy or be told that you are needy. Have some sense. With this statement for one of my line managers that I used to work with, she used to tell me, Maggie, which is the name of this channel, never ever ever find yourself in a situation where you're helpless. Don't let people like treat you like the rabbits and the carrots. I don't know if that's how the saying goes, where they dangle the carrots in your face and they say, "Take, if you want this, come and have it." Like, you shouldn't be that helpless. You shouldn't put yourself in a situation where you don't set boundaries, even when things are, you know, not going well for you or not working the way you expect. If you are able to handle yourself, you know when to just walk out, not apologizing to anybody, not saying sorry, not having to explain yourself. You just go. And that's one thing I wish I've learned while I was dating and when I was younger. So, guys, if you like this very short story, then please hit a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. Till I'm Bye, guys.